Hey y'all, Bunkle here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel if that's the case. Welcome to this video. Going to be opening up some 1990 Donruss Rack packs. Now, definitely some great cards in these packs. This set, now it is junk wax era cards, that's for sure. Way overproduced. Centering is rough. Unfortunately, just looking at these cards in these packs, it looks like a couple might have been dinged up over the years. It kind of is what it is. They were sold somewhere. I got these as part of a big old mix box. Looks like they were sold somewhere. I don't know the store. For 69 cents, and somebody probably bought them out. Maybe they were on clearance or whatever, and I picked the whole mess of these packs up on eBay not too long ago. I think like 80 rack packs or something like that. And anyway, figured I'd pop a few different videos. Now, of course, the big card in these, you're looking for the Juan Gonzalez reverse negative. Prices go up, prices go down, but that one seems to hold somewhere between $500 and $600, even in bad market times. Not all that many around. Some other great cards you could find in here, the Barry Bonds. Again, think of PSA 10 values. Anything lower than a 10 might not even be worth getting graded. Better just to sell it raw or put together your sets or whatever the case is. Pop onto COMC or eBay it as part of a batch or whatever the case is. But the Barry Bonds in a PSA 10's about 140. The Griffey Jr. Diamond Kings card is about 140. The Nolan Ryan 5,000 Ks. That one has a couple different varieties where they mix up backs. Editing was definitely atrocious at that point as well. You have great Hall of Famers in here, and of course at the time, some of the players we didn't really consider Hall of Famers. Others we kind of knew. Tim Raines, I don't think anybody really considered a Hall of Famer. He was a good player and all, but I don't think me or any of my friends really considered him a Hall of Famer. I put up some great numbers after his long career, that's for sure, but maybe we just didn't notice it. I mean, we knew Ricky was going to be a Hall of Famer. That was a guarantee, just with his records and being the leadoff hitter he was, and just the way that he played the game. To me, he was like top 5 player during my youth, my growing up, my teen years, my early 20s. He was top 5 the whole time, and you know what? He always had this attitude that really I appreciated. He was playing for the Newark Bears, if I'm not mistaken, a semi-pro league after he retired. He never really left the game of baseball. I'd say he's somebody that always loved the game. And the way that he said it in an interview was something along the lines of, I'd play Major League Baseball again for $1, but the union won't let me. And I can guarantee that I would still be one of the top leadoff hitters. Just looking at who the top leadoff hitters are, I know I'd be one of the top leadoff hitters, if not the best, at least number 2 or 3. And you know what? At that time, he was like in his mid-50s. So, I mean, the thing is, he had some say an arrogance, but it was more so, I think, a very strong confidence in his abilities. And nothing wrong with a confidence in your abilities. Arrogance, of course, it's more so where you think you're great at something, and you might be kind of good, but there's a million players, a million people better than you at that. So just something to watch out for. I mean, I guess sometimes we all get maybe a little bit overconfident in our personal lives. And, sometimes it's good just to have that humility check. Other funny story that I heard about Ricky, and it's one that gets repeated, is he received like $1 million bonus check or $1 million check and framed it. Didn't cash it. And the accountant for the team he was playing with said, told him, Ricky, there's $1 million that's outstanding. We have this check outstanding for over a year or whatever, over 2 years. Did you lose it? He says, no, I framed it. I mean, who frames $1 million check? It's just one of those Ricky things, kind of like Yogi Berra. You never knew exactly what was going to come out of him, and he always spoke of himself in third person. Very funny to hear. Anyway, so let's get to ripping these. Probably don't need a knife, but I hope I don't do more damage to the cards than's already been done. Should probably just finger rip this. I got the Wall of Fame ready. Got a bunch of frappers ready. We're good to go. Starting off with Kevin putting on the Ritz. Dennis Rasmussen. Rene Gonzalez. Howard Johnson, Hojo. Nice card there. Al Leiter with the Blue Jays there. He's away from the Yankees. Got Dennis Cook. Oral Hershiser. Mark Guthrie. Glenn Allen Hill. Dan Gladden. Ken Daly. Mark McGuire, All-Star card. Nice card there. Rick Russell. Jose Nunez. Kevin Bass. Gene Nelson. Not much in that side. I'm always back and forth on whether I should frap rip a McGuire or not. I mean, to me, he's one of those players that should be Hall of Fame. But, you know, all of that's open to debate, open to whatever. Get to part number 2. Now we have the Carl Yastrzemski. I used to call him Yastrzemski when I was a kid. Got Greg Carteret, Darren Dalton. Now, I'll be going through these packs also later. There's another kind of error that kind of happens where the black lines go through either the star and the all-star card or just across the name. And you know what, in my eyes, it's better to just take a magnifying glass and check it out. Eddie Whitson. All right, we got our first Hall of Famer, Dennis Eckersley there. That's another player that we never thought was going to be a Hall of Famer, but he ended up being. And speaking of another one that we did not think would be, Harold Baines, George Canale, Joe Carter, Kevin Tapani, Greg Swindell, nice MVP card there, Rod Nichols, Tim Cruz, Ozzie Smith. Now, we knew he was going to be. We really strongly believe that, that's for sure. George Bell and Mike Lavalier. I'm going to keep those on the side right now, get the third chunk of this opened, and frapper them all up together. And there goes another piece of the Yastrzemski puzzle. That's our Rock Reigns card. I'll frapper that one up. Checklist. George Bell, MVP card there. Dave Justice, or David Justice. Nice card there. That's his rookie card. I will keep that one on the side. Frapper that up. He's not Hall of Fame. I believe he could be, should be. Kurt Stillwell. He's got the numbers in my mind. Herm Winningham. Mike Kingery. Dave Winfield. Yep. Hall of Famer there. Bud Black. Mike Scott. Darnell Coles. Was there? Oh, okay. Thought I skipped one. Scott Garrelts. That's the Gonzo, but that is not a reverse negative. I could read that number 18 on his uniform. So that's just the standard Juan Gonzalez rookie card. Well, womp womp. It's nice to find the Gonzo, though. Would have been nicer to see him batting the other way. Be celebration times tonight. Brian Dubois, Brian Downing, and Tony Castillo. So let me get my frappers going here. One gone. The Winfield in that frapper. There we go. If I can get the frappers pointed the right way and get my fingers working correctly, that'll be a nice day. Dave Justice. I keep grabbing them the wrong way. Now, I just want to say thank you for watching. Definitely appreciate all views, all subscriptions, all comments, absolutely. I try to answer back as quickly as I can to all comments that pop onto the videos. Pardon me if I wait a day sometimes, but I do try to get an answer to them. Got the Wizard of Oz. There we go with that one. And the Baines, and then the Eckersley. Yeah, Baines and Eckersley, they're ones that I never considered them Hall of Fame potential, that's for sure. Somebody did out there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in. Now, Eckersley, I know it's because of the numbers he put up over the long career. Baines, I don't know, maybe it's the new statistics, the WAR numbers or something like that, but I don't know. I just think some positions get maybe more valued higher than others, and others get valued lower, and it's not exactly, in my mind, the best formula to look at for the Hall of Fame. I mean, were they considered one of the greats of their time? Harold Baines, I don't think really was. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all can mention in the comments if you can understand that one. Got Mike Morgan, Mike Maddox, Jim Presley, Sean Hillegas, Mark Lemke, Vance Law. Got Mike Bilecki, Sergio Valdez, Barry Lyons, Dan Pasqua, Lou Whitaker, Steve Jeltz, Jerry Brown. Whitaker should be Hall of Fame. Ron Oyster, Lloyd Mosby, and Fernando Valenzuela, Mr. Screwball himself. Now, of course, in this one, looking for the Marquis Grissom as well. That'd be nice. The Greg Vaughn, the Robin Ventura. Any of those would always be great. I'd really like to find some error cards, though. I mean, finding that Gonzo reverse negative. I think even, you know what, even thinking resale, I'd be keeping the first one for my personal collection, because that's just a cool card to say you found. Randy Velarde, Julio Machado, Hojo, Randy Kramer, Steve Sachs. How he was Yankees MVP, I can't even imagine. Tony Pena, Rick Cerrone, Bo Diaz, George Brett. All right, nice Hall of Famer card there. Chris James, Tim Drummond, Todd Froworth, Oil Can Boyd, Pat Combs, Rob Deere, Trevor Wilson. All right, let's get the Georgie up. All right, very cool. All right, last part of this pack, number 2 here. There we go. Now we got some edging issues on that one, so I'm glad it's nobody. Well, I mean, Shane Rawley's somebody. I guarantee you his mama knows him. Maybe his wife and kids do too. I don't know that much about his personal life to say. Jim DeShays, Rags. Nice Rigetti card there. Tom Glavine, good card there. Very nice. Frapper that one up. Dave Stewart, Sid Bream, Joe McGrain, Chris Carpenter, Chuck Finley, John Cerruti, Chet Lemon, Dennis Rasmussen, Al Leiter, with Jays now, Dennis Cook, and Mike Scioscia, and Gary Gaetti. Great third baseman for the Twins. The Twins had a really good team at that time. Between Herbeck, Gaetti, Brunansky, I think was already over there. They just couldn't really get it all together. Kind of like my Yankees at that time. All right, pack number 3. See what kind of greatness lies inside. Well, we see part of the greatness right up on top with that Tony Gwynn All-Star. It's a nice one. Willie Randolph, seeing him with the Dodgers, looking all happy there. Guess it's a little bit less stress being in Hollywood as opposed to being in New York. Tim Burtsus, Lenny Harris, Eric Shaw, Jeffrey Leonard, Eric King, Scott Lusader, Mark Gardner, Checklist, Diamond Kings Checklist, Jeff Reardon, Mike Gallego, Terry Kennedy, Tom Candiotti, Pete Smith, and Willie Wilson. Get Tony Gwynn frappered up there. Been a pretty good opening so far. I think we've gotten a bunch of Hall of Famers, a bunch of great cards there. Definitely some fun stuff. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right, we got a Yastrzemski Chin. Got John Cangelosi, Hojo, Pascual Perez, Pedro Guerrero. He was a great player with the Dodgers. Charlie Ho, you need to look at his numbers. Kevin Bass, Johnny Franco, Rex Hudler, Kurt Wilkerson, Frank White, Al Newman, Tim Burns, Donnell Nixon, Sandberg. All right, nice Sandberg card. I'll frapper that. Jack Morris, great pitcher there. B.J. Surhoff. Frapper up the Sandberg. All right, and the last part of pack number 3. Now, if I didn't say it already, I'll say it now, and I'll say it again and again and again. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate all comments, thumbs up, subscribers, all of that. Hit that bell button. I mean, I know I have a lot of content coming out. Usually at least 1, if not 2, sometimes more than that, videos a day. A lot of card openings, other types of stuff also from time to time. I'll be balancing it out in the new year, that's for sure. Got Gary Thurman. I mean, I love opening cards. Don't get me wrong there, but there's also a lot of other parts of life that I need to put out here. Greg Swindell, Johnny Franco, Brian Harvey, Jerry Reed, Terry Steinbach, Rick Verona, Dave Martinez, Tommy Green, Jerome Walton, Mike Schmidt, all-time great. Yep, I agree. All-time great he was. I'll frapper that one up. Let me keep that one up top there. Matt Noakes, Jim Corsi, Mike Kingery, Ozzie Geegan, and wrapping it up with Jamie Moyer, who had, this is not too long into his career, but didn't he retire like 2 days ago or something? I think he pitched like 45 years or something. It's one of those pitchers that definitely was around forever. All right, so we got the Schmitty there. That's a nice card to find. That's a career. Look at that. That goes for a long time. His rookie card was 73. I remember seeing that a whole bunch. During the mid-'80s, you could definitely pick the Schmidt rookie card up for literally pennies on the dollar in real sharp condition. And I can't even count how many I must have had my hands on at different times. Anyway, definitely appreciate, again, y'all stopping by, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up in, all of that great stuff. Y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.